Hey you guys, Mary from SVG Cuts here, and I'm really excited about this cool new stuff for Father's Day, which is coming up pretty soon. And it's also going to be useful for all kinds of stuff too, because obviously like this lever card here, you could adapt to any occasion or whatever. So we've got two really cool cards that have kind of a wow factor, but they're not too hard to put together. So we've got the lever card, and we've also got our fun little pop-up card here, which is kind of just simple on the front, but then on the inside it has a cool Happy Father's Day thing that pops up. So that's definitely a fun little wow factor that'll get some talk at your Father's Day occasion. And then I thought it would be really cool also to have something special for a gift card. So I wanted to make maybe a card that you could put it in, but then I thought, hey, it would be really cool to have a little box that you can see through the top and see your little gift card in there. So again, you could use this for any gift card giving occasion, not just Father's Day, obviously. And I really like how the inside is kind of raised up in here, so it's almost like a little jewelry box or something. So it makes it extra special. Then I think the coolest part of this kit is definitely our little toolbox here. And I had a lot of fun embellishing it with some guy looking little embellishments there. And it just opens right up, it's hinged, and it's super cute. And no matter what size mat you're using, you can make this, which is cool. And the little handle is definitely really special on there. It's kind of intricate, but again, not that hard to put together at all. So I'm going to show you that. And then finally, we've got our cute little scrapbook page here that perfectly fits a 5x7 photo and a 3x4 photo. So that's cool if you take some pictures with, the dad in your life. You can scrapbook them for Father's Day, add it to your family album. Pretty simple, straightforward. Just cut out your pieces, put your pictures in there. Easy, easy. So the paper that I used for this was actually not really like guy paper. It's actually a travel stack by DCWV, which I got maybe about a year and a half ago at Michael's, and I'm not sure if they still have it, but I think the rule of thumb for picking out guy paper is just the overall color scheme. If it kind of looks guyish to you, then it's going to work. And I also think that if you're trying to pick out a pattern to use for guy stuff, I like to use what I call the boxer test. Like if you could see the pattern being used on a pair of boxers, then I think you're safe to use it on a guy card. So obviously no pink or anything crazy like that, but you could even use some florals as long as it's like not too girly. So good rule of thumb there. So I've got all my pieces cut out. Let's sit down and I'll show you how easy these projects are to put together. So first let's take a look at our lever card. And I've done a couple of these before, so maybe you have too, but I made it nice and easy. Your machine does all the scoring for you, so you don't have to measure anything out, you just fold it. And here's the inside, the interior, and all you're going to do is fold it like this way. And that's going to go on the inside. Here's the outside, pretty simple, you just fold that in half. And then the inside goes in like this. So first you're just going to put a nice thin even layer of glue all on this flat surface here, and you're just going to affix it to the inside and line it up real nice and hold it while it dries. And then, as you could probably guess, all you're going to do is put glue on this skinny rectangle here and close it up nice and even and neat. And then you're going to have your card base that you can embellish however you want. So next we have our pop-up card here, and to make the outside of it, all you're going to do is cut a piece of 12x12 paper in half and then fold that in half. So this is a 6x6 card. And then when you're ready to put your pop-up piece inside, you just let your machine do all the work, all the scoring and cutting and everything. And then all you need to do is gently bend in the middle, your letters in the middle where they're scored. There's little score lines in here, so it should be pretty easy. And then this back part gets folded the opposite way. And then you're just going to flip it around here and bend these letters over. It's pretty self-explanatory once you have it in your hands. And then you're just simply going to glue it on the inside. And I like to glue it one half at a time. Like I'll just put glue on just one half and glue that in place, and then put the glue on the other half and glue that in place. Then you can go ahead and embellish it however you want on the front. Next we've got our fun little gift card box here, and the box part of it is just all one piece. It's real easy to glue together, And then we've also got the insert piece here, which I've already put my gift card into. We're going to glue that together and put it inside. And then this little liner here, which just goes on the inside at the end and finishes it off and makes it look nice and neat. I've also cut out my little piece of plastic here, which all I did was I went to Office Max or Office Depot or whatever, and I got some page protectors, and I just cut those up anytime I need some clear plastic. So in your PDF, in your download, it says exactly what size to cut that out at with scissors by hand. So go ahead and do that. And then let's put the box together. So as you can see, this is the top here and this is the bottom. So all you're going to do is just take one tab at a time and glue one tab at a time in place. Pretty straightforward. And I just want to get this together so I can show you how the insert goes in. So just bear with me here and see how simple it is to just put the tabs in place. You can really tell where everything goes. And then next we're going to put glue on these two tabs here, this one, and then we'll bend it up and glue that in place. And then there's only two more parts to glue, which is up here. I'm just going to put glue on this tab and this tab and bend it around to form your box. So next, you're going to take your piece of clear plastic and you're going to glue that inside. And then you're going to take your liner and just glue that on top to finish it off. So now when you're ready to put your insert in, this is super simple. You're just going to glue these 4 tabs in place to form a little box shape. So just glue them one at a time, hold them while they dry. Super easy, except for one little trick here that you'll need to know is when you're ready to put this in, after you've glued all 4 of the tabs in, it's kind of a tight squeeze because the way that the box is shaped is kind of angled in on all 4 sides, so the top is a little smaller than the bottom. So when you put this inside, you're going to have to kind of squeeze it a little bit and kind of bend it to get it in, but you won't have to bend it where you're going to see the paper is not going to look bent. You just need to kind of force it in there. But don't worry, just go ahead, force it in, and you don't even need to glue it. It just stays right inside. So finally, we've got our cute little toolbox here, and we've got some bigger pieces that are red, which make up the body of it, and this rectangle here is the bottom, and then these 2 little pieces go on the side. So we've got those. Then we've also got a long, skinny rectangle, which is going to go on the inside. At the end, we're going to glue that in here to finish it off and cover up the underside of these brads. Then we've got this piece here, which goes in at the end also, which goes in the bottom to finish it off. Then for the handle, we've got all these little pieces here. There are 10 of these little oval shapes, so we want to glue 5 and 5 together. So I've gone ahead and I've glued 5 in a stack here, which makes a nice thick little oval. So there's 5 already, and I've got 4 on this one, so I just need to finish that off by gluing the 10th oval in place. And it's pretty cool how when you glue a bunch of layers together, it really makes a strong little shape. So we've got those. Now let's put the handle parts aside and let's take our 2 big pieces, which we're gonna glue together to form the body of the toolbox. So just pick one of these side tabs here. There's 1 on each, and we're just going to glue them both into place. So there's 1, and then there's 1 more over here, which we're going to glue right here. And you just want a nice thin, even little thin layer of glue. And just line it up real nice, hold it while it dries. And now this flap in the back here is going to have the top attached to it. And then on the bottom, we're just going to put glue on all 4 of these tabs here, and then we can put the bottom in place. So you just want to make sure that you get your glue all the way out to the corners here, so the bottom stays in place real nice. And it'll probably be even easier for you to do because you can really set it down and get real comfortable with it at your workspace. So just put the bottom on and scooch it over if it's sticking out in the wrong place. Make sure it's lined up nice and perfectly. I'm going to flip it over and just push down from the other side. And that's where our bottom liner piece is going to go. So now let's move on to putting the top on. Now this little piece here, we've got 4 holes where the handle is going to go, and then down here, this is where the little closure, this little tab here, is going to go. So we know that that's the front. So let's take the back and glue it in place here. So what we're going to do is put glue on this whole entire little tab, big tab actually, here. Go ahead and put glue on the whole thing, and then glue your top in place. And just make sure you're lining it up as best you can. And I'm going to flip it over and press it down. And then we can go ahead and put our side pieces in place. So now the curved part goes in the back, so I know that this one is the right side here. So just one at a time, put glue on each little tab. Actually, I'm going to put glue on all of them, and then one at a time I will place them on the side piece there. So just one at a time, put them in the right place and just work your way around nice and slow. And as soon as you feel like it's starting to dry, you can move on to the next one. And then when you're done, just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side with the other piece. So there we go. Now all we need to do is get our handle going. So first I'm going to take this long piece with these 2 ovals on top, and I'm not even going to glue them together because I think if I put glue it might get kind of stiff and it might not bend as well. So I'm just going to fasten them together with a little brad. You can use tiny brads like these, or you could use more regular sized brads, a little bit bigger. Either way it's going to work. And I actually want my brads to be facing this way so that when it bends, they're not like blocking. If they were facing the long way, they might kind of interfere with it a little bit, but no big deal. So let's take our ovals, and we want to put the oval through the inside, like so. Oops. Looks like I forgot a step here. I got to put this part through here. And go ahead and do the same thing on the other side with your other stack of ovals. And just put it through and open up your brad. So I've got my little handle piece going here, and all I'm going to do is put it through these pieces, and then I'm going to just affix my brad to hold it down. Flip it over and open it up. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with another brad on the other side right here. And then I'll just do the same thing on the other side. So then when all 4 of my brads are in place, I want to cover them up with my little liner piece to finish it off. So then you're just going to embellish it with your fun little tag and your wrench and your dad caption. And I went ahead and put this guy on the front. And then I put this panel here and my cute ribbon that I picked up at my local scrapbooking store. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and if you make any of these projects, you'll have to share a picture on our Facebook wall or in our forum. So I'll catch you next time. Happy Father's Day and happy crafting.
Learn more by visiting www.svgcuts.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and watch all of our crafty videos on YouTube. It's a world of crafty content with you in the middle. SVGcuts.com, inspiring you to live creatively and beautifully.